What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on NIO stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on the price chart and I will show you how we caught this movement to the upside that brought us about 10% of potential profits. Then I will continue with the fundamental news that might drive the price of this asset. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis. And I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video right here, at this point, right after we had this bounce from the lower border of this channel that I drew previously. And I've told you that as long as we didn't break this previous swing low at $229.9, roughly this range, we are quite bullish and we have to see at least a retracement to unload this entire structure. And we had two most obvious price points where we might land. It was the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement level. If I pull the Fibonacci retracement tool from this top to this bottom, and it was the confluence with our previous price action. And the second one was 0.382 at $18.09. And as you can see, we hit exactly to the tick this range of resistance, first price target, and went lower. Definitely it was very technical movement, and I have to say that this asset has a lot of potential in terms of its technical analysis, in terms of trading, and that's why just subscribe to my channel if you want to know more about this type of price action. So, and what was the reason of this harsh sell-off? First of all, let me show you that on Friday we had a red day on the market. As you can see, S&P 500 lost a lot of its value, and in terms of percentage, it lost about 2.8%. Dow Jones lost about 2.11%. Nasdaq lost about 3.8%, and Russell 2000 lost about 2.87%. So the market was completely in red, and we had a lot of bearish news for the EV industry as well. So first of all, let me show you right here. If I add the price action of Tesla on this price chart, as you can see, this blue line represents the Tesla price. We have absolutely identical movement to the downside, and Tesla is the leader of this industry, and that's why all other companies are following its price action. This is the first reason. Second reason, let me show you this article. It was published on October the 5th and it's titled "Why Shares of NIO, Lucid Group and Lordstown Motors Fell Hard Today." Let me quote you just the key points. Hotter than expected economic data caused a rise in bond yields and a fall in cash burning stocks. The Wednesday reports marked a change from the softer economic data released on Monday and Tuesday. Expect more volatility for the young electric vehicle sector. So definitely it is the general sentiment of the market. But this weekend we had quite interesting news from NIO Berlin Day. And let me show you this article. It was published on October the 8th, and it's titled "NIO brings its EVs to 4 additional European countries, with business model completely different from in China." And the subtitle is "NIO introduced 3 of its latest models, ET7, EL7, it is former ES7, and ET5 to European consumers. But the model that only allows leasing rather than buying has generated a lot of discussions. And definitely it is the most controversial part of this day. And some of people just wanted to buy this vehicle. Especially if they are not in a commercial sector. I mean, if they are not want to use as some kind of fleet model. And definitely it was a disappointment in some cases, but definitely NIO doesn't want to risk on new markets, and I have to say that this step is quite reasonable. Let me quote you, let me show you first of all this article, and it was published also on October the 8th, and it's titled "Why are NIO vehicles only for rent in 4 European countries? William Lee explains." And let me go to the subtitle. While 20% of European consumers still want to buy and own vehicles, NIO is still early in its operating model and wants to reach the other 80% first, Lee said. So, there is a 80% of the market of new vehicles that are distributing through the leasing model, not the selling model. And definitely when William Lee decided to enter European market, they wanted to aim first of all on the largest share of this market, and definitely it completely makes sense. On top of that, they propose very flexible terms, because they can propose from 1 to 60 months of lease, and definitely a lot of people want to know whether or not a particular model fits their needs, and that's why they can lease for 1 month one model, then they can switch it to another one, and so on and so forth, in order to know whether or not they basically need this model at all. And definitely it might be quite a reasonable step, but everything will depend on the sales, on the basically distributing of these models. Definitely it is quite risky step, but without risks you cannot have the rewards, and that's why I think we have to admit that this is quite interesting step. But we have to be very cautious, because in the short term this news might drive the price of NIO lower because of uncertainty whether or not it will be successful. But in the long run this might be one of the biggest catalysts, bullish catalysts for this company. So, and let me show you another news. On October the 6th, Mizuho reiterated the price target of NIO. They lowered their price target, but set a rating buy, and they lowered price target from $42 to $40, which implies more than 149% of upside potential. Definitely a lot of analysts, as you can see right here on the percentage, a lot of analysts are very bullish on NIO, and that's why this massive sell-off, definitely it is an opportunity for investors in this company that might bring a lot of potential profits. So, and let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, as I already mentioned, we have this bounce, and we had a rollover that broke this lower border of this channel, and that's why I don't think that this channel is relevant right now. That's why we can delete it. And let me show you the Elliott wave breakdown of this movement to the downside. If I see it correct, probably this might be the first wave. Second, this entire wave is the third one. This is the retracement to the fourth one, and probably we might have the next leg to the downside, and I think that it is not the end. Unfortunately, it is not the end, and that's why we have to be prepared for the next leg to the downside. So, and what are the potential levels of support? First of all, let me show you on a slightly bigger scale that we have this previous bottom from March 14th, that is at the price point of $12.95. Basically, we have several ranges that are quite close one to another. Next one might be at $12.28, and next one at $11 mark, which is also quite a good round number with a psychological support. So, and what should we expect next? If you want to invest in this asset, I have to say that your approach is still the same. You have to do your own due diligence and decide whether or not this asset worth your attention. And in this case, you can accumulate your position all the way down on every daily red candle. But if you want to catch the trade, just wait for the confirmation, wait for the price will form higher highs and higher lows, and on the retracement you will be able to re-enter your position and to gain some profits. So, I think from the technical standpoint that's it for now. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack.